This is We Are All Evangelizers and whatever else is on Deacon Eric's mind. I'm Deacon Eric, and this is what's on my mind today, bringing them back. How do we keep our loved ones from leaving the church? How do we bring them back after they've gone? These questions haunt many of us, especially when we realize that in our parish alone there are a couple thousand baptized Catholics who do not practice their faith. How can we be a catalyst for their return without creating hard feelings? A recent article from the Fellowship of Catholic University Students, known as Focus, has some guidelines that may help. One fact to keep in mind is that Jesus does the work. We may plant a seed, we may lay a foundation, but Jesus makes conversion happen. The first place to start, according to Focus, of course, would be with prayer. No argument, no perfectly worded conversation, and no social media post can change hearts the way God's grace can, the article says. So let's start with the Rosary, Eucharistic Adoration, the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and personal sacrifices offered for those who have left the faith. What we don't want to do is create any further separation in our relationship. Let them know that our love for them is not dependent on whether they share our beliefs. The consistency of showing up is often remembered in difficult times. And it's important to realize that each person's situation is unique. Some leave because of a painful experience with a priest or a parishioner. Others struggle with church teachings, the article says, and some just drift away without even realizing it. Thus, it's important for us to listen carefully. We can't force our faith on anyone. If a loved one is open to conversing about leaving Catholicism, our question should center on why they have left the faith. Lecturing or arguing will not bring people closer, but will likely drive them even further away. Focus says, instead of lecturing, live a life that makes them wonder what they're missing. They say, let them see the peace we have in suffering, the joy we have in prayer, and the love we have for the Eucharist. It's interesting to note that I came across the Focus story on the same day I was preparing for my Sunday homily. And one of the most difficult statements Jesus makes in any of the Gospels is the focus of this week's readings. In words that appear to be directly opposed to those of the Focus article, Jesus says, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father, and mother, and wife, and children, and brother and sister, and yes, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple." First, Focus says we have to show peace, love, and joy to our loved ones to draw them back to the church, and then we turn around and we hear Jesus' words that we can't be his disciples unless we hate our mother, father, and loved ones. Reconciling these contradictory teachings comes from the knowledge that Jesus is once again making his point through hyperbole, great exaggeration. He uses it to get people's attention and to help them remember. His point is to be his disciples, that he alone must be the focus of our life, and everything and everybody else is in second place. For further clarification, listen closely to Sunday's homilies. This is We Are All Evangelizers. I'm Deacon Eric, and that's what's on my mind today.